Hi, I'm Christian Bates, and I'm the founder of Longevity Power, and we stand for health freedom. Health requires the freedom to choose for yourself, to select from all choices that may generate health for you that no one else can fully calculate for, let alone mandate a one-size-fits-all for. Health gives us freedom in our lives. Freedom is required on the path of health. Health and freedom are one in the same. Now, it's common sense that a higher state of personal health gives us more freedom in our lives, but it's not so common to understand that compromising freedom inherently compromises health, and those who would say otherwise or who would enforce their health dogma on you or restrict your life if you do not comply are severely mistaken. Now, I'm not being left or right political. This isn't a Republican or Democrat appeal. This is about bravely thinking and acting for yourself, no matter what other philosophies you come with. This is about standing up against tyranny and not conforming to the hysterical mobs so easily manipulated by the propaganda of the times. Now, if you've been into wellness or nutrition or natural health for a while, you might have noted that the last year and a half, though unprecedented in many ways, is nothing new. Due to the distorted and corrupt incentives that have always arisen with the merging of big government and big business, creates absurdly backwards and sinister tyrannical laws and subsidized unhealthy products and toxic habits that have been commonplace for generations. I mean, we have like fluoride in the water that doesn't actually heal your teeth, but causes dental and neurological problems. Subsidized processed foods like corn syrup and vegetable oil that cause metabolic dysfunction are in a majority of foods and all hospital foods. Thousands upon thousands of man-made carcinogens unleashed wholesale everywhere we are easily exposed to. We have TV programming, the corporate press that contributes to the hypnotized forgetting of the simple common sense notions that would help us avoid chronic health disasters. And now we have a culture that encourages people to fear biologically appropriate ancestral practices. Practices like getting enough sun on your face and body and getting enough exercise. And these that are things that make us feel good, that allow us to feel more human and create more prosperity in our lives and be energized, powerful, critical thinkers to be reckoned with. The same institutions that brought you all that crap, that are incentivized to keep you sick and dependent, brought us the last year and a half. And by the way, if I were to speak just one of many unallowable phrases in my speech right now, it would get me a big fact check warning or more overt censorship by big tech, which has the same incentives to push the same health and freedom sabotaging narratives as all the other BS institutions. Now, I hope in a few years we can look back and view these institutions the way we view big tobacco lobbyists today. It wasn't so long ago that doctors promoted chemicalized cigarettes. And today they still promote absurdly unhealthful products and omit the use of healthful treatments and lifestyle choices. And now we're at the pinnacle of that. But you won't find that on the front page news. Now, even if you disagree with some of my health notions, heck, every few years I disagree with some of my former notions. I mean, as I learn more and try consistently to upgrade my life and health practices as I freely can. So even if we disagree on, say, immune system strategies, I warmly welcome you to align with the Longevity Power Tribe for the freedom to choose, freedom to be uncoerced by anyone. Freedom requires responsibility, and that scares the shit out of some people. You've heard all those various sayings. Most people want security over freedom, or if you trade freedom for security, you get neither. So that tendency is both nature and nurture, a feature inherent in our mind and a feature of the power of culture and propaganda on our ability to think for ourselves. Today, we get to find alliances together and bravely encourage each other to stand up for freedom. And I will say that I'm no doomer. The silver lining of the last year and a half is that more and more of us, we now see more clearly that the institutions and industry standards all around us are not humanity's best foot forward, but are largely comprised of distorted BS, of inherently corrupt systems designed to serve the politically connected at the expense of all of us. and that the overt hubris and overplaying of power and flip-flopping propaganda is waking so many people up that perhaps would have remained complacent. So in the long run, on net, this overreaction to crisis and fanning of hysteria that affects all of us may be a more clearly understood pain point and launchpad for so much good that not only facilitates a culture that demands more freedom, but causes you to more boldly make choices in your life that gives you more health and freedom. Now, there are always old tendencies of compliance and fear and shame that each of us can continue to just bravely shed, and not just to contribute to the health freedom mass movement, but to awaken and unleash more of your free self and create more joy in your life and with those closest to you. And I've known that this is a message that I'm saying today that makes sense for me to personally share with conviction, but I wasn't so sure if it was appropriate for my business Longevity Power to be this clear, but now I am. Be it known, I will never coerce my employees or customers to comply with medical treatments no matter what. I refuse to go along with the medical segregation, which is segregation, a caste system that treats people like second-class citizens. And I will always encourage my peeps and my kindred business owners to stand up against coercion and nonsensical mandates, to think critically, to think for yourself, and boldly take the actions in your life that give you joy and fulfillment. Now, please help me break the algorithm by giving this a like, a comment, and a share. Please support businesses that support your freedom to choose. At longevitypower.com, I offer invigorating adaptogenic nutrition to enhance your life, make you feel good, giving you a greater state of health, higher performance, and therefore freedom. Cheers to your health and freedom.